is Anna Wolverton, and I'm a meteorologist here at the National Weather Service in Jackson, and I'm here to do the special weather briefing for Hurricane Barry. All right, here's the situation overview for our area. Now that Barry has been upgraded to a low-end Category 1, this does not make any difference to us. This upgrade means very little in a change to impacts for our area. And we are still expecting heavy rainfall and flash flooding to be our main threat. The tornado threat and the tropical storm force wind gust threat will increase this afternoon and going forward. All right, here's the latest track map from the National Hurricane Center. Hurricane Barry is currently sitting just offshore of the central Louisiana coast and is expected to make landfall late this morning or early this afternoon. And with this latest update, the track has shifted just ever slightly to the west. So with Barry making landfall late this morning, early this afternoon, it will track northwestward and eventually turn northward tomorrow and track into North Louisiana and into Arkansas. So here are the threat levels and expected for our area. Still a low-end wind threat and a low-end tornado threat within our areas, and then the rainfall and flooding threat remains high. And forecast confidence has changed very little, though still remains high in the track of Barry and all the impacts expected with it. Here is the current satellite view of Barry. It's not the typical hurricane look that you might expect with most hurricanes. You don't see a well-defined eye or anything like that, and it's very asymmetrical, which you can see pretty well here in the radar view. It's very asymmetrical. You can see most of the rainfall is to the east and to the southeast of the center of Barry, which is located just offshore, just south of Lafayette. And if you look at this image, these are on this map are located our wind barbs, with the red numbers being the peak wind gusts already observed this morning. So you can see 45 to 44 knot wind gusts measured just to the east and to the southeast of Barry. You don't see really anything nearly that high to the north or to the west of the center of it. All right, so going forward with the impacts to our area. This is the current expectation for rainfall totals for our area through Tuesday, so for the next 3 days. With the slight shift westward, the main rainfall axis has also shifted westward and remains kind of along and just east of the Mississippi River. So here's our flash flood graphic threat graphic. The guidance continues to show us this north-south axis for the heaviest rain. And you can see that here in the significant threat area. And with increasing forecast confidence, we were able and willing to shift this significant threat northward from the previous forecast. So we feel pretty confident that these areas in red will see between 6 to 12 inches of rain with those isolated higher amounts, possibly up to 15 inches or more. Now there is a chance for some dry slots to develop on the outer edges of Barry, and this would lead to kind of a steep gradient or a steep decrease in rainfall amounts on the outer rain shield of Barry. So maybe areas in eastern Mississippi may not see this 4 to 8 inches of rain advertised here, but the confidence isn't quite there yet to take these areas out of that elevated threat. So for now, the whole rest of our area remains in this elevated threat with expecting to see 4 to 8 inches of rain possible, with those isolated amounts of 10 to 12 inches or more. So continued flash flooding is expected, widespread flash flooding likely in the significant threat area. And again, this is our main threat. So moving forward, here's our tornado threat potential. For a slight change from yesterday, we now have this slight risk area over South Mississippi and Louisiana for those severe storms and tornadoes expected this afternoon. That risk will develop and increase this afternoon. Now, the marginal risk is really for areas along and south of I-20 today, and this marginal threat will expand northward on Sunday, and that's where the rest of this area comes into play. So for Sunday, the big majority of the area can probably see that marginal risk for severe storms and tornadoes tomorrow as Barry moves further inland. And here's the wind threat graphic. So we have a wind advisory in effect from 3 p.m. today through 10 a.m. on Sunday, and that encompasses these the very far southwest. So these counties and parishes here in the limited threat area in the yellow. These areas could see sustained winds of 25 to 35 miles an hour with gusts of 40 to 50 miles an hour possible. Now, areas around the limited, maybe from Bastrop to Vicksburg, down to Brookhaven, possibly even in the Jackson metro area, these areas could see gusts of 30, maybe 40 miles an hour at times. Now, the timing for all of these winds to move into the area will be late this afternoon through Sunday morning. So late this afternoon being like after 5 p.m. or so, and through tomorrow morning. So here's the summary again. Barry is now a hurricane upgraded to a low-end Category 1 for now. As it moves inland, it's going to rapidly decrease in strength and will become a tropical storm, tropical depression, and eventually will dissipate. There's still a heavy rainfall and flash flooding threat, and then the tornado threat and tropical storm force wind gusts those threats will increase this afternoon. And that's my briefing. If anybody has any questions, you can contact us here at the number on this page, or you can find us on Facebook or Twitter at NWS Jackson MS. So I hope everybody stays safe, and I hope everybody has a great day. Thanks.